Hello, how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Ruth and today I'm going to be doing my update for the 50 Shades of Purple project pan. A lot of P's there. I have recently condensed this down into a more manageable sized project. So essentially I focus on 10 products at a time, work on those, and once one is finished, roll it out and bring in another, and just keeping it at 10 at a time. It has made the project less intimidating for me, and I've definitely noticed me making better progress with the items that I have in it. So I'm delighted with that. It really has worked out well for me. So I'd suggest that if you have taken on a project that you feel is a bit intimidating or a bit too much, or you're feeling like under so much pressure with all the projects, cut it down. You know what I mean? Maybe still have your 50 products, but put 40 away and just have the 10 out. You know what I mean? Just make it more manageable for you so it doesn't feel as daunting as mine was for me, we'll say. I would like to address the fact that I am indeed wearing lashes today. I wore them for my nightmare on Panning Street, and I made a bit of a balls of them, to be honest. But I said, you know what? Try again, Ruth. Try again. And I did. And it's like, first of all, I'm like, it's all I can see. And like, I feel like this. But it's fun, and I'm delighted I persevered, because I keep buying lashes and not using them. I keep thinking this will be the pair, there'll be the magical pair that'll just magically just adhere to my eyes without me actually having to do anything, work at it or practice or anything. Oddly enough, they don't work that way. Who knew? Anywho, on with the project. So this month, the ones that I was focusing on, first up was the Bahama Body Sosu Basuja, or Sosu Instant Self Tan. Sorry, there's so many words and names on it. And my goal on this was to use up half of it, which I have now done, and I'm thrilled. Now, I was considering leaving this in to completion, but I kind of want to hang on because this is my last of my instant tanning products. I don't have anything else like this. It's literally, it just goes on tan immediately and you wash it off when you come home or whatever. But I don't have anything else like this, and just if I'm over the Christmas season, if I'm going out or something like that, I'd like to have something like this to be able to use. So yeah, it's done for this project. I have a little bit left and I'm going to keep working on it, but I would not have used nearly as much of this if it hadn't have been in this project, because it's not something I would normally reach for, and that's what project panning has done for me this year. It has made me reach for my products and use them, because this is over a year old now and it's going to start getting, you know, less effective as time goes by. So I'm glad. And it's not terribly expensive. It's not like replacing it would cost me an arm and a leg. And like that, if I can use it up by the Christmas season, kind of New Year's around then, and I can buy myself a new one in the summertime, or something different if I want to. Whichever. So one item is out. Next up is, oh, the Revolution by Soap palette. I'm usually better organised. Why aren't you better organised today, Ruth, may I ask? I don't know. This is the shade that I was working on. Oh, you can see. I'm blocking one over here because it's in my pan, those eyeshadows. But this is the one here, and I have hit a pan on it, and I am thrilled to bits. I watched a fantastic video by Sophie Alexandra about getting the most out of especially shimmer shades and that. And you know, what's the best brushes to use to get a really intense look on your eyes? I always felt like my eyeshadow was a bit lacking. It wasn't as vibrant as a lot of other people's. And I put some of that down as well to summertime. I tend to go for a much more of a wash of colour in the summertime. Whereas in the winter, autumn kind of time, I like to be a bit more intense and a bit more... You'll never guess what's outside my window, guys. You'll never guess. You'll never guess. Down in the comments, tell me what I can see outside my window this late in the year. And breathe. I've had to close the window again because they're trying to come in. I can't. Purple eyeshadow. Ah! Well, you've seen it now. purple eyeshadow, and I've hit pan in it, so I'm rolling this out. Thrilled to bits. This palette I have decided is going to be like a focus palette for me next year, because it's definitely getting old. It's maybe not performing as well, because I did really need to pack it on to get an intense look, and it is starting to change and smell a little bit. I'm noticing. It's not that my eyes don't mind it, it's not bothering them, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I think I'll focus on that next year, because I've 3 pans in it now. Yay! So that's the Revolution Soap Palette. Then next up is my Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. Not a Revolution, do I? No, that's it. Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer. What am I saying? Is that what it's called? Conceal and Hydrate, it is. Okay. But that is it there. Now, I don't know if you can see. Can you see down there? That, guys, is a window right down there. My goal on this was, again, to use up half of it, and I've already surpassed that goal. I thought I had loads. It's a very weighty package, so I thought I had loads of concealer left, because you can't really see in. This thing here really blocks you off, and the stopper, you couldn't tell by looking in. It seems to come out with a lot of product still, so I reckon there's a lot in the top. But if I look in now, I can even see the light coming in through this part here. I can't believe it. So I've hit my goal on this. I'm going to keep using it throughout the year anyway, because I use it. I wouldn't use this in my day-to-day life. I'll explain now what I mean by that. What I use this for is for when I'm doing videos. It does help brighten me up under the eyes, but in real life it looks a tad cakey, so I wouldn't wear it, you know, out and about on a daily basis. So it's been predominantly used for filming, but I've also enjoyed using it. My foundations that I have in both my projects, my Team Project Pan and my Partners in Cream, both are a tad dark for me. So what I've been doing is squeezing a bit of them onto the hand, getting this, getting a doe foot of it nearly in, you know, onto my hand, and mixing it together, you know, and bringing down the colour shade a bit. So it has worked for that as well. But I am thrilled. I genuinely didn't think, like, I can see loads of window down the bottom here. I can't believe it. I didn't see it coming. Because of this packaging, I thought, you know, this will be in for 3.5 years or something like that. But no, it is not. It is done, as in done for the purpose of this project. Thrilled. Thrilled. Again, would not have used that if it wasn't for this project, because I had kind of stopped using concealer altogether. Next up is my Colourpop Super Shock Shadow. This is the Ultra Glitter formula in Dream Lover. This is a purple shade. I thought I liked this product because it looks very pretty. Okay, it's a purpley, sheeny kind of shade, very pretty. But this is so wet and emollient, and I don't know what to say about it. It just, if I try to get it on my finger, it doesn't pick up much. It doesn't pick up on a brush. I use the felt tip sponge applicators, and even at that, it will pick it up, and I'll kind of press it on, and a bit will literally just fall off. So I'll have to pick it up and pat it back onto my eyes. So I haven't really enjoyed this, which I'm sad about, because the colour is extremely pretty. Extremely pretty. And I do as well have to set it with a powder shadow over, which kind of defeats the purpose. The reason being is it creases like crazy on me. I've hooded eyes, you know what I mean, I have more mature eyes. They crease. It is what it is. But yeah, look at, I've hit pan in it. I'm thrilled to bits. But I do feel like it's nearly a disingenuous pan, if that makes sense, because I had to use so much of it to get it to actually stick onto my eyelid every time I used it. So I kind of ended up using it as a base for purple looks. It is what it is. I've hit pan. Look, I've learned a valuable lesson this year. You know, I'd always heard everyone speak so highly of the Super Shock Shadow formula. It's not for me. I won't be purchasing any more Colourpop Super Shock Shadows. Not in this kind of formula anyway. Just doesn't suit me, and that's fine. You know, you live and you learn. Going forward, I won't be spending my money on them, and that's a good thing. Next up was the NYX Glide On Pencil in Jewel. And I've used a load of this as well. I'm thrilled to bits. I really got through my pencils this year, and that was another section of my, that's the shade there. This was another section of my, what's the word I'm looking for, guys? Collection. That I wasn't getting any use out of because I was struggling so hard to find ways to use them. And again, because of the Project Pan community and the wonderfulness that is it, I learned to use these as bases for eyeshadows, and that's what this was. So it was a base on my lid and also a base under my waterline, not in my waterline because it was hopeless. Stay on, slide on, glide on, whatever you're calling yourself. No, rubbish. But underneath my eye, I put it down as the base and then put a powder shadow over it. Great, held it in place, fantastic, happy days. It was in for 10 uses, it got 10 uses. Hurrah! Delighted. I really had a good month this month. I'm so happy. Next up is the Good Molecules Super Peptide Serum, and this is it here, if you can see it. And this is completely used up as well. So I started off here, that was the last update, and she gone. All done. Lovely serum, very nice serum, lovely packaging. The only problem is it's hard to get my hands on. I was very lucky that Katie very kindly sent me some Good Molecules products, but they're hard for me to get my hands on. They're only on Beautylish to the best of my knowledge, and it's a bit of a faff getting them over here to Ireland at the moment. Just there's a lot of hassle getting stuff to Ireland at the moment, which is probably a good thing because it's put me off doing any online shopping. So, you know, win-win. But this is another one done, lads. What are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, lads. I'm in awe of myself. I'm not in awe of myself. Okay, so next on then. What did I bring in last month? Okay, so the PS Punch Satin Luxe, or no, the Primark Satin Luxe Intense Pigment Ultra Glossy Nourishing Lipstick in Punch. Have to say, lads, I'm thoroughly enjoying using this. It is beautiful. That is it there. And it is just, it's so comfortable to wear. It is a beautiful shade. This isn't it today now. I have a different product on today. But it's a beautiful shade to wear. It is so comfortable on the lips. And I'm just enjoying it thoroughly. And all for the, what, expensive, ridiculous price of like €4. And come on, what's not to love? So this is in for 10 uses. And I have used it 4 times. So another 6 uses to go on that one. Next up is, I rolled in this eyeshadow palette last month. I'll be honest, I've only used it the once, and that once is actually today. The reason being is that I was focusing on getting that So Fun done, and then once that one was done, I wanted to take a break from purples and focus on my greens for my Pandas eyeshadows. So that's why I haven't worn this much. So this is it here. This is the shade I'm working on. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. I don't know if I said that. So I've only used it the once, and that once is today. So I have 10 use gold on this, so another 9 uses to go on that one. Next up is I have brought in, so this is kind of what I'm rolling in this month to kind of focus on, you know, some of those. I have background products. I have the Epsom salts to finish. They're in the bathroom. Take my word for it, they're still going. I'll show you when they're empty. And the same with my L'Oreal shampoo and conditioner that I brought in last month. They're coming in together as one item, if you know what I mean. Again, I'm just powering away through them in the background, and when I'm finished, I'll show you the finished item. I think that's, yeah. And the NYX glitter glue is the other thing. I have it in to finish. I can't really show you much progress on it, but again, when it's finished, I'll show you the finished item. So rolling in, I have the Profusion Royals palette. This is it here. And this is the shade that I am working on. It's this absolutely glorious shade. I hope the camera will do it justice. Probably not though. I suppose if I put it on a spot that was easier to fucking see, like. What does be wrong with making... Ah, you can see it there in the finger. Okay. it's just, it looks like nothing in the pan. It looks like nothing, but it is this most beautiful iridescent pinky purple light shade that's perfect for the inner corner. It looks so much better in person. I can't even tell you. It is just sublime. And my goal on this is to hit pan. So like all of these items have been in since the start of this project. It's just that I'm uber focusing on them now. So I have a bit of a dip going in it. You probably can't tell. It's hard to see with a lighter shade. But yeah, I have a bit of a dip going in it, and these pans, you can see from this golden over here, they're not the deepest of pans. So I'd say I'll work way up. Now the only thing is with this, it is very much one that I tend to only use when I'm wearing purple looks, because it's the perfect inner corner highlight. So I mightn't be, you know, done in a month or anything like that, but you know, I'm working away in it and I love it, which is awesome. Next up is the LA Girl Perfection Precision Lip Liner. Does it tell me a shade on it? Magnificent. Yeah, it's magnificent apparently. This is the shade here. So far to date I have used this 5 times, so I have another 5 uses to go on this one. It's a fun colour. It's a bit different. I have nothing else like it in my collection, and I'm enjoying it in that respect, because it's a bit different. It's not the kind of colour I'm going to power through, because it's not an everyday shade for me personally. Maybe it should be. Maybe I should make it an everyday shade. I don't know. But yeah, I have another 5 uses to go on that one. Next up is the e.l.f. What are you called? No Budge Shadow Stick. It's hard to read it, sorry, with my old eyes. This is in the shade Rich Amethyst. This is it here. And this is the shade here. So kind of a purpley shade, if you can see it there. And my goal with this is to use it 10 times. I have used it today, so I've used it once so far. I've used it as my lower waterline. That's what I was after. Courtney had very kindly said to me, Courtney is Barbie Law over on Instagram, and she advised me to try shadow sticks in my waterline, because she suffers from watery eyes like I do, and she said she finds that very helpful. I put this in my waterline today. My eyes haven't watered yet. Courtney, you, my love, are a lifesaver. So that's it for 10 uses, and I've used it once. Next up is the Good Molecules, Good Molecules even, Instant Cleansing Balm. Haven't touched it yet. Or did I use it once just to make sure? I think I might have used it once just to make sure that I like it. Yes, I've used it twice. This is her here. So she is going to be my focus. I'm nearly finished my current cleansing balm, so I said, right, let's roll this in here now and get focusing on it. I'd say I have about a week left on the balm that I have in my bathroom, so that one will kind of replace it. So that's in to finish. And then lastly, what I'm focusing on this month is the Charles Worthington Volume and Bounce Texturizing Spray for fine flat hair. Obviously don't have it in today because my hair looks very flat, but I did have it in the other day, and it actually really did give my hair lots of volume and texture, and lasted for a day or two, because I wouldn't wash my hair every single day. And I thought this would just brush out, and it did to an extent, but my hair felt very voluminous the next day as well, so I was quite happy with that. So it's like, yay. So my goal on this is to use up half of it. And that is it, guys. That is my update for this month. I am thrilled to bits with the progress that I made this month, and I genuinely believe it's all down to making it more manageable, you know, getting it down into a bite-sized kind of thing that I can just focus in on certain products and make progress, and lo and behold, thrilled. Now I know next month is probably going to be a less exciting month, because so many of those have been in since the start of this. In, was it April was the start of this? Did I even say who created this? Lads, do you know when I start out my videos, could you just say, Ruth, you forgot to mention everything about the project? That'd be great, because Oh my God, why? I get so excited to tell you all about the things that I've used and blah, 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 and I forget. Yes, it starts on April 15th and rolls till April 2022. It's a Fantastic Ladies collab, and it was created by Jessica Lee, Amanda and Cece. My sincere apologies, ladies. What is wrong with me? I just get so excited because I'm like, oh my God, I used up loads of stuff. I'm so excited. Honest to God, lads. Yeah, there we go. That's where we're at. I have 23 products done or goals met, if you know what I mean. And I have, there's 27 to go on that. Math isn't my strong suit. Yeah. So yeah, look, still have a ways to go. No doubt about it. But I'm thrilled with the progress I've made this month, and I feel really happy and confident going forward. Probably shouldn't be confident because you know what they say, try before I fall and all that. I'm probably using none of these next month altogether. Oh God. Oh. Okay guys, that is it. How are you getting on with this project? Are you making progress? Do you feel like you're finally making headway with items? Are you panicking a little bit because we're well past the 6-month mark now at this stage, and it's kind of like, oh, I've been kind of neglecting some of these products. I need to really focus in on them. I'm hoping, look, I'm not unrealistic enough to think that I'm going to meet all my goals, but I'd love, like, if I had even 40 out of 50 done, wow, what a feat that would be for me personally. I know, look, I'm very much aware that I haven't half of these products in to finish or to hit pan or anything like that. I feel very strongly that projects, you should always tailor projects to suit you and your needs and your uses and that. It should never be an absolute chore. This is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a fun way of using up your makeup, and this certainly has been for me. So thank you so much to the ladies for creating this wonderful, wonderful project, and all the other projects that they create as well. They're just over fantastic, ladies. I know I keep saying it every single video, but there's a reason I say it. They're wonderful over there. And I know it says Fantastic Ladies, but as Jessica said recently, it doesn't need to be ladies. It's just the title that was on the group with the first date. There was a few of them in it. They were ladies. It got called the Fantastic Ladies. Everybody welcome. Everybody. Doesn't matter. Come over and join us, because it's just, for me, it's the excitement of knowing what projects are coming up. It's the cheering each other on. It's kind of planning out what you're going to pan, you know what I mean, in the next projects coming up and stuff like that. Just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Guys, I hope you're all doing well out there. Guys, I will chat to you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Slán.